Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy NFP day. We're starting the stream earlier today. So here we are. How's everyone doing? What's up, Gecko? Where's everyone tuning in from? What do you guys think will happen at 8:30? Let's take a poll. What will the first NFP move be? Egypt. Ooh, cool. My best friend's from Egypt. South Africa, Argentina, Greece, California, South Africa, Florida, Sweden, India, Portugal, Netherlands, Italy, Iraq, Somalia, Montreal, India. Cool. France, London, Nigeria, Spain. Earth. That's a good one. So, like we've been talking about on the stream, especially yesterday, because yesterday was Thursday, I didn't really get into a trade. We were talking a lot about prop firms, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna see if my funded futures will give me an expert plan discount, because they don't really do those. You have a plan right now for the starter plans, 30% off if you use code Tanya Trades, but as you guys know, I like the expert plans because no consistency rules, no scaling. So basically you can just wait for your proper setups and go for it. So I actually did get a deal from them to give to you guys. So there's a flash sale right now. 20% off expert eval and resets. If you use code Tanya. And it valid 3 uses per customer. It's valid until tomorrow, 11:59. So this gives you 20% off. Pretty good deal. If you get the 150K, you're saving like $75. So yeah. The other deal they have right now is the starter plan, which is mostly for most people. Which is the this is more about futures. I talked about this in my webinar. If you guys want an intro to futures, I did do a webinar. But the starter plan, they all have 30% off, and that is more a smaller profit target, and they do have consistency and scaling. But if you want like better rules, you know, it is more expensive and it is a higher profit target, but that's where you get the trade-off is once you're funded, you can it's basically like a normal trading account, which I love. So I've gotten 3 payouts from them, and I asked them for a discount for you guys, and we got it. So happy NFP Friday, happy International Women's Day. I actually didn't know until I saw my friend Mike post it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, thanks. Nice earrings, thank you. They're like, it's called filigree. Got them in Croatia. Yo, yo, yo. The contract has switched, people are saying. Well, let's do what I always do for that. Let's go to bar chart and check it out. Bar chart and Q. This is what we do. So we load it up here. Let me see, make sure it's showing. Make sure oh god, okay. Make sure the sale thing was showing as well, right? Actually, I realized I didn't. Because it does expire tomorrow. Okay, I'll leave that until like I get into a trade, essentially. Okay, so this is what we do to check the rollover. Go to bar chart, NASDAQ. So we have to look at which one has the highest freaking cookies. Bar chart webinar. Highest volume and highest open interest. This is NQH, March 24. It's the one we're currently in March. Let's see the volume and the open interest compared to the next one, which is NQM June. Show this here, right? Volume here is 91. Volume for the June contract is only 14,000. Open interest for March is 290,000. And for June, it's 16,000. Therefore, I will remain on the March one until the June volume and open interest are higher than the March. Got it? So no, not yet, but by the end of next week, yes. And one thing to make sure for my funded futures is you cannot take a trade 2 minutes before or after the 4 high impact news, the highest ones that ICT says not to trade anyway, which is NFP, FOMC, FOMC minutes, and CPI. So you can't be in a trade 2 minutes before and 2 minutes after. So I gotta make sure I'm obviously not gonna trade NFP. It's not rolled over yet, but an NQ1 in TradingView did check the price difference. Okay, I will check the price difference between this. 290. Oh, NQ1 changed. Thanks, guys. So I'll remain on March. That's what we're talking about. Got you. I gotta mark up my charts again. I noticed something was different. Okay. I couldn't put my finger to it. Okay, so what did people vote, up or down? 50-50. Okay, 50-50. This is my ideal scenario, is that this is buy side. Four-hour sell side. That's my ideal scenario. But we'll have to adjust otherwise. If typically NFP is a 2 action event, so the first move is typically the false one. So we'll have to adjust. But that's my ideal scenario. Because DXY is still bearish, very bearish. Once it gets into some point of interest, then I'll go back down to the 5-minute, but that's the lowest time frame I'm going to be on today. But at least I guess I can give people like a rundown on how you can check the volume and the open interest. Already 1,400 people here and we started an hour early. Nice. Click that like button. Post the bar chart URL, sure. Okay, here we go. NFP in 1 minute, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we have an SMT there with ES. ES took this for now. So you can see we just moved down almost 100 points and then back up. Quite erratic. Okay, DXY just filled a gap. On the daily. So as you can see, DXY is very bearish here. And this is the SMT I'm talking about with ES, this. And ES did break this little low at 2 p.m. So it does look higher. However, you know, my ideal scenario is that we were going to go down here lower. And offer up something on the 5-minute near open, but that's life. That's NFP for you. Move down, like, this is the open of this candle. Move down about 65 points. Back up 65 points. To the high here at, wow. So then almost 90 points. So almost like it's like a 180 point range in like 3 minutes. So this is why we don't really trade this news event, right? People have definitely blown their accounts here. I'm interested to see, are we going to take this buy side out or what? What was the manipulation leg? We had Monday low of the week or Monday high of the week. Tuesday just like straight down like that. Yeah, we left this low, never took out this. How many screens do I use? 4. So it's a very small move. Yeah, for NFP I was expecting something even larger than that, honestly. I was thinking this would get taken. Why is there a big gap on ES daily? Make sure you're not looking at the continuous contract right now. That's why. Don't look at that. We just talked about this. You're talking about this, right? That's not correct. That's because of contract rollover. The trading view is doing it too early for the ES1 So put in ESH 2024, you'll have the correct, because we did not roll over yet. See, nothing on this one. Okay, and for next month, it's June, and ESM 2024. So the thing is, like, the continuous contract, like, took that in this new price, essentially, to put that in front, but we did not roll over, as you could see from the bar chart review that I did before. Right? And I can go over that one more time since there's no trade for me right now. Right? Bar chart, ES. E-mini S&P, right? If I just load the March one, ESH 2024, you go down here, you look at, this is March, you look at the open interest and the volume in both of them, right? Why can't I show? There we go. March, the volume and the open interest is still higher than the June contract. Sometime next week, this will exceed this, and then we will start using ESM 2024. Okay? 4 hour looking like a doji. Eat some oatmeal. Just looking at YM, the 4 hour, yeah, I did take this low, but YM is quite different. It's a daily. It's been more range bound than the others. I have my chai latte. Oh my god, someone told me, you guys, the name of the YouTube video is so different today because someone told me to name it that, and I was like, haha, that's funny, I'll do it. But we are the #1 futures trading live stream on YouTube right now. Kind of so crazy. Like, I only started live streaming end of December. ES holding strong. Yeah. I'll have to see what ends up happening. Let's mark out 9:30 open. To remember, like, DXY is very weak. Am I willing to open trades today? I am, if something presents itself on the 5-minute. It's like the lowest I'm gonna go in the time frames today. Gold is rallying more than ES. Yeah, gold and Bitcoin have been up. Oh God. Yeah, chill. They ran the stops on both sides and reversed. Yeah, I guess. This NFP is a little bit harder to read. I mean, there's a couple other ones that were a little bit easier. Like when we had like a TGIF setup and had to go for last week's high still. We still have last week's high from NQ. But there's no displacement to the upside. Gold? You want me to look at gold? Okay, so I just was checking bar chart for which contract that is, and it's the April contract. Looks like gold switches contracts every month. What's gold there for you on the 4 hour? It's just, is it at all-time highs? Probably. Let me see, GC. Then I'll look at the continuous contract for it. Okay, it's not at all-time highs yet. Is it the same? Did it? Let me go back to the April one. Is it the same price? 21.90. Yeah, okay. Well, you probably have monthly highs up here. You're like, it's definitely breaking out, going towards this high. But like, I would say it's going towards this high, or even this one. This is sort of like this pause at this midpoint, and then this one paused at that midpoint. Like, it's just gonna go all the way here. Or more. A daily. Crazy, there's not even any sort of real sweep here. I honestly don't really trade gold. Probably just mark this out. Look for buys there, honestly. It's probably what I do. Don't take, not financial advice though. Let's go back to YM. And what's interesting here is that, like, DXY is so bearish here. Fill this gap here. I remember this day. We gapped up and we never came back. We finally filled it. We cross back up, I do want to know. So put an alert. We come back above the open. You see, like, this is what I'm interested in. Like, you know, Nasdaq's 5 minutes didn't even displace, while the others did. ES and YM did. See here. This weekly YM. Yes, weekly, just all-time highs. How is this week going to end, you guys? Look at that wick. Came really close to last week's low. Like, how do you think this week is going to end? This move up, I've seen a lot of... I've heard from, like, guys who've been in the trading for, like, 20 years. And they're saying, like, this move up on the indices is not easy. It's sort of just drifting up higher. It's not easy to play it. Like, you can see that from the weekly candle. Just like these wicks. Small body. This week was a little easier. It was decent. This one, you know, we're how many points above the open? 30 points above the open of the week. So what was the poll, I wonder? Didn't do my ideal scenario where I wanted to take this. Instead formed an SMT. Yeah. No entry for me. There's not really any sort of like market structure shift, fair value gap, retracement. I was just going to do like classic 2022 model. So yeah, let's continue watching. Like, maybe it doesn't even take these highs. Maybe it creates like equal highs up here for later. But it's NFP, so likely not though. Let's take a poll. Do you guys think we're going to take out the buy side in the next, let's say before open? On NQ, will we take out this buy side, all this buy side here? All right, let's take the poll. Wow, 2,000 viewers. Welcome. Look at ES1. The chart is completely different. We covered that. We can cover it again. I'm going to put my Intro to Futures webinar in the description for those that are interested. If you're coming from Forex, we covered how to calculate contract sizing, etc. But I put in the description. Okay, let's check out the poll. Okay, so yeah, you guys can leave some questions. Maybe I'll answer some questions today, depending on whether or not I find a trade. How would you say? I'm not sick, okay? I just up earlier than usual. And I just tend to cough in the morning, okay? So, Jose Rodriguez, Tanya, I'm from Venezuela. Thank you for everything. You're welcome. LOL, Andrew. Okay. Someone said, I'm the popular girl in school in the futures world. That is very true to an extent, right? Because I am, I appreciate all the support. I love my community. You guys are the best. Very supportive. I love you guys, honestly. So, someone asked about ES. Why is it looking so different? And why? And NQ. Let's see NQ. Is it the same on the daily? It's not as crazy as ES is, but NQ, you see on the NQ continuous contract, which is NQ1 exclamation point, they already switched it to the June contract. However, we should still be trading on the March contract, right? Why? Right? I will go over that in a minute. Let's check out ES here. What does the ES contract look like on the daily right now for March? If you put in ESH 2024, right? Actually, I should put in the little indicator that I have for that. AGFX, I think. And it tells you here my time. I don't need no watermark, I already have one. Okay. So, that's the March contract. If we go to the continuous, why does it look whack like that, right? Huge gap up because they switched it over to the June contract already, which is 240. And I don't know, TradingView, why the transition is so weird for ES. The NQ1 looks smoother, but the point is here. You need to go to barchart.com. This is a free website. Okay. Look for ES here. Click that. You just put in ES and you click whatever contract. March, right? This is going to pop up for you. Okay. This cash thing I always ignore. Okay. This is the March contract. You look at the volume, you look at the open interest. You need to be trading always the contract with the highest volume and open interest. Right now, we are in the middle of rollover, which means all institutions are switching from this contract to the next one slowly. By the end of next week, we will have switched to the June contract. Not yet. Not until these numbers are higher than these numbers, okay? So, stay on March. Got it? Is TGIF possible today? I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what TGIF is. Have I ever been in ICT's paid mentorship? No, I only found out about him in 2022. So, a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what TGIF is. TGIF is when you have like a one-directional move all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday it hits some buy-side liquidity, and then it reaches back into 20 to 30% of the weekly candle. This week was not one-sided action. This week was quite choppy, quite consolidating action, right? Monday, I didn't even trade. Because, why? Because Friday was this huge move up. Where was Friday? This? No. What the heck? Right? Friday was just straight up move. Which, that day I tried to short 10 a.m., but then I stopped out. And then I said, here, when 10:15 took out the 10 a.m., I said, we're going to be trending all day. What? Right here. Sorry. And we did. But it's more than I expected. So then Monday, after a large move, you can expect chop. So what happened Monday? Right? What happened here? Chop from 9:30 to, this is 4 p.m. right here, except for like literally all day until like 3:15 it dropped some. So I didn't even trade that day. I didn't stream. Tuesday, I caught a little bit of the down move. Wednesday, I was thinking we could go for more, like down here. So I did short and then I flipped long. So, and I ended up catching a good amount here, 2022 model. I said we were going to go for here in this gap. Thursday, no trade. Right, we had a 300-point move overnight. And not that great of a week. We had this 300-point move overnight for NQ, so I just said, I'm not going to trade this. He had another slow grind up. I saw a lot of people complaining about this day, like on Twitter yesterday, saying, this isn't how NQ moves. Like, you can see on the 15 how, like, maybe here was cleaner, but, like, these tiny body candles and large wicks. Meh. Again, there was, like, just a large move at the end of the day. I wasn't around for this. So I didn't care, because today was NFP. I knew that we were generating liquidity on both sides, so... And we sort of did, right? If you look at it, what ICT says is that you can consider, like, Wednesday and Thursday, the Asia consolidation for NFP Friday. DXY is crossing back up. Interesting. She's talking to herself. Oh my god. Alright, I'm unmuted now. Jeez. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I said ICT. How long have I been talking to myself? Bruh. How long? Oh, maybe like 1 minute. Okay, cool. My editor told me just 1 minute. So, ICT says we can expect damn, how long have I been talking to myself, bro? I honestly don't moderate the chat. I hired a moderator, so my editor helps me moderate. So, oh yeah, because I coughed. Okay, so ICT says both sides of the market, like from Wednesday into Thursday of NFP, we're going to generate liquidity on both sides. And we sort of did that. You see, like, actually on Tuesday, we paused right before sell side, which is last week's low, you know. And yesterday, we paused right before buy side. What are people saying? Yes, 75%. I'm like prepared mentally that like look at that tiny, this huge wick. We'll see if we're taking out Monday's high soon. Like, how do you think the weekly's gonna end for NQ? Probably higher. For me? Probably similar to ES. I don't know. It's ES. There was no entry for me on the 5. Right? And NFP doing a lot of damage. And there was just no entry, which is fine. I wasn't going to enter here. 836. It's been pretty choppy with a large range. Is it good now? Yo, someone said, I swear this makes you think that the market makers are watching. I do sometimes, bro. It's happened where like they've frozen. Like I get into a trade and then my screen just starts glitching. But I try not to get paranoid. One time I literally got paranoid on stream. That was probably like my worst trading day. People were definitely making fun of me that day, but that's all right. It was when I got stopped out of a position and it then completely like reversed and I just went back in and that because of paranoia. But no. I have to like remind myself, no, it's not like, you know, I just got the move wrong that day. And, you know, I got stopped out a second time and ended up going lower. But it's crazy what like things, what you can like your mind playing games on you sometimes. That was definitely a day, like last week was not a good performance week for me, but like I pretty much set that expectation that it wasn't going to be. Because just a lot more viewers and more exposure makes you a little bit more nervous or so. Yeah, exactly. No one cares about your simulated contracts. But your mind can play games on you, for sure. It is an algo who seeks the closest big liquidity. Is it still glitching? Tanya, when you get payouts from MFF, does it have to be through Rise? It can be direct wire. It's through Rise. And then through Rise, you can do, through Rise, you connect either your bank account or crypto, I think Coinbase. All right, cool. It's so quick. It's definitely the quickest payout I've gotten. Like, they approved it the same day, and then I think at the end of every day they send out the Rise payments. And then depending on like your bank or whatever, then Rise sends it to your bank. But I got it the next day. Some people maybe get it in like 2-3 days. But that was like the quickest one. The quickest firm. Yeah, someone says that they hate weekends now that they're a trader. Me too. When was the last time you guys took like a vacation or a break from trading? I know all of my trader friends like can't do that. They're such an itch to look at the market every day and trade. And I haven't taken a vacation in a while. But whatever, you know. I mean, I took 2 days off. I took Monday off, actually. I feel like there's plenty of like holiday days, so like I can take like a 3-day weekend or whatever vacation if I wanted to, but like can't really travel far for that, I guess. Someone says they trade on vacation. So it's gonna be 23 minutes until the open. I do still think higher. We have the SMT. Now we have this 15-minute fair value gap. We'll have to see how deeply it retraces. We did a shift on the 15. What prop firm I'm talking about? I'm talking about my funded futures. That's the firm that I've had the most success with so far. I've taken 3 payouts from them. Since the beginning of the year, about 11K. You keep the first 10,000, and then they take, then you keep 90% of the rest. So, oh yeah, so I talked about like my favorite is their expert accounts because it is kind of like it's kind of like your own trading account. There's no pressure to trade. There's no minimum trading days. There's no consistency rule or scaling. And once you get above like the buffer, you can withdraw as much as you want above the buffer, which is your little trailing drawdown thing. You can, people ask like, can you withdraw before the buffer? Yeah, you can up to 60%. But for me, every time I've just gone over 4.5K. What about Top Step? Yeah, Top Step pays out fine. I've never seen them like deny. I'm still waiting for mine to hit though. I request on Tuesday. But for my funded futures, I got it like the next day. So that was lit. That's the best thing. And it hits the bank account. Oof. You guys, we talked about like, should I buy a MacBook? I think I will. I need a new laptop. I need a laptop. My current MacBook is literally like 8 years old. Like it's like spring 2015. It's fine for browsing the internet, which is what I used it for, but now it's like the old Intel chip. It's definitely noticeably slower than my desktop. I literally got that MacBook for free from my college. I got free scholarship and free MacBook, a couple of grants to like pay myself from research, etc. Did the job. It's time for a new one. It's time to pay up, and then they last a long time. Now someone's gonna say, is she sponsored by Apple? No. I wish. I don't think Apple sponsors anybody. There's some like huge tech YouTubers though. I wonder if they get like a free MacBook sent in the mail. I don't even think so. I've noticed like one of the guys, like Marcus, I think, he like said whether or not he was going to buy it. I guess they send them like a prototype and then you ship it back. Get the M1 Max. No, I'm going to get like the M3 Max. That's the newest one now. MacBooks are trash, overpriced. MacBook Pro M2. I think I'm going to get the MacBook Pro M3 Max. It is a business expense, yeah. Yeah, MKBDHD, that's the guy. Yeah, so that's something people have asked about as well. Yes, I do have an LLC for my trading. The reason why is quite simple. If you're trading, you cannot deduct. The IRS actually does not recognize trading as a business if it is a sole proprietorship. So if you're just trading under an individual, you cannot write off your expenses for your computer, etc. When I first started trading in 2020, I wasn't under an LLC, and my CPA let me know that, and I did more research. I was like, oh damn. But if you are have an LLC, you can deduct those expenses. Bro, it's over 3K. Yeah. Actually, but hey, Tanya knows somebody that works at Apple, and Tanya's going to get a 25% discount, which is huge. Because their Apple employees get like 25% discount on one product per year, and then like 15%, and then like a few more 15% codes, but just one 25% off code. And the person that I know, close family, but not just like, I'm sure no one would just give anybody their 25% off, but they're not going to get them. They got the laptop last year, so it's going to be like whatever that is, 3,200 times 0.75. It's going to be like 2,600. 2,400. But plus taxes though. So might as well get the best thing, no? Plus it's business expenses. You should trade with the Vision Pro goggles. I'm not getting that. That's some weird thing. That's some crazy dystopian thing, in my opinion. Okay, so the chat said 77% yes, we'll hit this by 9:30. We did not. We did not. You know, I'm not such a fan of this 15-minute fair value gap. Because in the 5, it's not one. But it's like on ES. You know. But I guess, he says for like wicks, if there's like a lot of wicks, he'll like just disregard it. So I guess it is one. It's kind of ugly. From this move up, kind of ugly. Yeah, I do LLCs to trade prop firms. What's a degree hanging on the wall behind me? Some regulars will know that. Does anybody know in the chat who's a regular here? Or who maybe watched my webinar? Ryan Lan, I explained it twice already in the stream, so I can't really say it, I guess a little bit earlier, like, about the difference right now, is that basically the rollover is happening. Rollover is happening. By the end of next week, we'll be on the June contract. I have the monthly contract because on the continuous one, right now, they already rolled it over to the June contract. But it's not the time to do so. It's not the time to trade that contract yet. We go to barchart.com You just search NQ in the search bar. You check out the open interest and the volume of the contracts, and you'll see the March contract is still highest open interest. Rocket surgery is so funny. Surgery of rats. Books about cutting frogs. You guys are too funny. Hamster butcher, that's rude. There's a big difference. No, I did surgeries on white lab rats that were bred for that function, and I still felt bad. And I had a hamster as a pet, yes. However, at the time I had the hamster as a pet was not the same time. By that time I had left that lab, so I was not doing those rat surgeries anymore. That would have been kind of psychotic, I agree. Okay. Right, if we look at ES, we have this SMT here. On the 4 hour. Did we go into the 4 hour fair value gap? No. It's really like... I just don't like it. Because I'd rather, if this were happening, I rather would have been like that we're in a discount of the range. It's so difficult at all-time highs to be doing this. There's not really an area of interest for me either here. Like, what I would have liked was deeper and then some sort of breaker and fair value gap aligned on the 5. So that was my plan. So right now I'll just wait. Like I said, there is a possibility. Although I don't like that. I don't favor that possibility. That we get like a bearish structure shift, but then it would have to break this. Still way more probable for more upside. Maybe Captain Backtest will be in play today for the upside if I can't find anything else. Or maybe I just don't take a trade. I'll be fine with whatever. Forgot I had water. Yeah, ES, etc. I don't know. ES, NQ. This is in a premium. I mean, I would only like it if it was aligned, fair value gap aligned with this. It's not really. Like, it already did this on the 3. You know? I don't like breaker blocks being used twice. So I'm not really going to have this huge thing marked out. The SMT Like, the funny part here is, like, you know, the SMT, I just don't even like the SMT too much. Because, did this really take much liquidity? Took this little thing, it didn't even go in this fair value gap, right? What's the low here for ES? The low is 41.25. What's the low here? 41.50. Okay, it did. Oh no, it didn't. 41.25, 41.50. It paused right before this low in here. Never even... Like, I think I read somewhere, and someone tell me, I don't know, most people here probably... Someone tell me, ICT said that the SMTs that really matter are the ones at intermediate term lows and long-term lows, or intermediate term highs and long-term highs. This isn't like an intermediate term low. It's just a short-term low. You know, it didn't rebalance this imbalance, you know? So that's why I don't like it that much. And that's why I'm not just gonna buy these all-time highs here. So you guys said that it's kind of funny. When we were here, I asked the chat, we're gonna hit this before open, and the chat said 75% yes. It really does look like that, and that's why we always make sure that we're not like just chasing something thinking, oh, it's guaranteed to go there. You know, it's guaranteed. I'm gonna delete the SMT. I don't even like it that much. It's guaranteed to go there. I'm gonna catch that little guaranteed move, like 20 points. No, it's not. So actually we have an SMT at the highs. Long-term high. So I guess this is an intermediate term low here on NQ, actually. This rebalanced this on the hourly for NQ. Didn't for ES. I'll keep it in, but I'm not just gonna buy here. This is my point. MMBM forming. Market maker buy model, someone thinks. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Yeah, some water. Someone says, how do you approach next week if it's just all-time highs every day? You just gotta keep watching DXY. Same thing, you watch for some sell-side taken or SMTs. Yeah, it hasn't been easy this week. This week wasn't really, like I said, the weekly looks like crap. Like, what is this? This candle? The funniest thing ever. I know a lot of people that were trying to short this. It's funny I have so many. The weekly candle is right near its open. What's the weekly candle's open? 336. I kind of want to mark that out. 336, just like as a dashed line. Style. Dotted line. Gray. Okay. I don't know. Today I reached my first payout on my funded future. So glad I did it before NFP. Yes! Team Tanya! Team Tanya winning! What up? Yo, if you have Twitter, tag me. That makes me so happy. I've had the most success with payouts with them. It's just like a lot easier. And really quick. Got it done literally like next day. Speaking of which, like I said, I said I'll ask for you guys to get a discount for the expert accounts because that's my favorite. There's no consistency, no scaling rules. You can take out as much as you want above the buffer. There's no withdrawal caps after you get above the buffer. So it's pinned in the chat, 20% off expert accounts, valid until tomorrow, 11:59. You can use 3 uses per customer. Promo code Tanya. Honestly, I think the psychology is way different because it is more expensive. Like, I treat them way better. Kind of like Forex firms. I feel like they're the most similar to them. I treat them a lot more seriously. And I should be doing that for everything, but that's just like the psychology of it. And then especially because like they're like no minimum trading days, etc. For the payout, that I can just wait for my best setups and just trade like 2 to 3 days and then trade a different account. That's what I've done last week. 2 weeks ago. I really think that the best week out of the trading month is the 3rd week. The 3rd week of the month. Base it on the Fridays. That was my best week of February. That's like where I made most of my money. And that's what's pretty like different about trading than every other career. Right? It's like you're not making a standard wage. Like, you can't expect to make $500 a day or whatever. But like, you can make your whole month in like a week. And I know Umar Ashraf, he talks about it, saying like most of his year's gains are from like 2 to 3 months of really good trading, and he knowing when to press the pedal. So having less pressure for like taking the trades, like minimum trading days, way easier. For them, it's 14 calendar days though, so you just have to wait like the calendar day. You don't have to trade, so that's what I like. So did we talk about this SMT? What did you guys say? Is it valid or not? What do you guys think? This is what I wanted earlier. I think what we can do is we had a free webinar about like intro to futures, and so people, there's like a mix of what people wanted for the next one. They either wanted like prop firms, specifically prop firms, how to approach them, how they work. I did cover that a little bit in the Intro to Futures webinar. It is in the description. It's the last video I posted. I talk about how to use personal capital, how to calculate position sizing, etc. But for the next one, I kind of want to like ask people to vote on it. I don't know. People have said risk management, some people said strategy, some said specifically prop firms.
By the way, to the Moroccans from yesterday, and in general, I know there's a lot of Moroccans in the chat. I did find a regular viewer that I've recognized. She's really cool. I recognize she's around here a lot. Mensa. Right, Mensa? Or Mansa? Let me see. Menas. Dyslexia there for me. And she knows Arabic. So she's a moderator now. So please keep it mostly to English, actually. Keep it English. But also keep it civil in the chat. Thank you. I think when it was glitching, it might have been when... I'll ask my editor to take a look at it. Maybe it's when, like, I open up bar chart and then it's just, like, another CPU loading thing. I don't know. Okay, we dropped below weekly open here. I wonder if this body candle is respecting 50% of this. Yeah, it is right now. No, it's not. It didn't close a little bit below it. But also this 15-minute fair value gap is quite... That's like 40 points, 38 points. This is not my favorite thing right now. Oh, it's 9:33 already. Huh. Hit that like button. We have almost 33,000 people watching. Oh, JJ Giddy says, I give you so much credit and props. Trading is already super difficult and you do it in front of all of us. You're an inspiration. Aw. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Tanya, thanks for the great webinar. Thank you for coming, or thank you for viewing it. I did post the recording on YouTube. It's the most recent video on the channel. What do you guys think is going to happen for the next 30 minutes? Will we hit the buy side? Or will we chop? What is this? What is going on here? Okay. Okay. Just like put the 1 minute on this chart. Actually, I said I wouldn't go on the 1 minute. Well, I'll keep the 5 on this one. I don't know. I'm only gonna take a trade if I see an ideal setup. Right now, it's not that ideal. What the heck is this? Why do I have 2 buy-side liquidities here? Oh yeah, I was pointing out this SMT. I don't need this one. Previous NFPs looked better to me. There was one NFP where I called it really well, but I was doing a giveaway and I was distracted. My editor let me know. He was like, you need to stop multitasking because it's not good for your brain or your focus. You can stop. Like, I was trying to trade and talk to chat and do giveaways like last week. A lot. I think I did giveaways like every day last week. Which makes sense why my performance was bad, because there's a lot going on. So we'll still continue to do giveaways like next week maybe, or in the week after, but like I'll have to format it better, where maybe I'll do it at the end of the stream, or maybe just at the end of the week, like have a form at the beginning of the week and choose at the end to reward like people that are regulars, right? Because when you have giveaways, you also get like new people, which is cool. But they can be entitled and maybe not so nice. Very difficult to put yourself on Front Street for sure. That's what my friend Kit says. He says, you're out on Front Street. I don't even know what that really means. But yeah. Remaining on the 5-minute. Oh god. Most people should not be trading NFP, by the way. When I was first starting, did not trade. I took the day off. I went to the nail salon. I went to the bagel shop. I scheduled something else. That's how you get yourself to stop trading. Yeah. Go to the library with my MacBook, and I don't have a Ninja Trader on MacBook. Technically, I have Tradeovate. You can go on Tradeovate on the web, but I don't like the UI. I don't like the user interface on their website. I think it's very clunky. I like Ninja Trader way more. If it's too difficult to just like manage positions, bracket order, whatever, enter positions, that's added stress for no reason. ES was a lot stronger. Yeah, ES is a lot cleaner, legit. Although it already hit the buy side. It's that SMT and retraced in this discount of the... Was this in the discount? Yeah. This is 50%. It didn't really hit it, right? But also when you have wicks like that, you don't really count the wicks. Meh. Very meh for me, honestly. So, what's the checklist of, like, low probability conditions? Day before high impact news. I talked about this during the webinar. When the indices are very much out of sync and when DXY is not correlated. So what ended up happening here for DXY? Filled this gap. Honestly, it's just going to go lower. There's more sell side here. So, indices still going to go higher, in my humble opinion. On the daily, at least. Still very much bearish on the DXY here. Yes, stronger. Like, I feel like that was just like it probably was the just the entry there for ES. But that's okay. Like I said, it's NFP. It's always going to be a lot difficult. It is very scary to just buy that. Like, your stop would be very large. Way too big for me. For like, I was ready for like a 40-point stop or so on NQ, like maximum, and have smaller stops, but like for this it's still too big. It's like 80-point stop. CES here. We're gonna get above the weekly open for NQ. I'd like that. And then go for a buy side. It's weaker. It's a lot weaker. I don't like it. DXY is going lower, so that's one thing. So even this move up here, there's no fair value gap on the 1 minute here at all on ES, so it's not particularly like that great. And on the 5 here, finally here. We'll see what happens after 10. Silver bullet hour. By the way, if you put like questions in the chat, my editor sends me some screenshots sometimes. Especially if you're a bagel buddy, if your name is in green. Welcome to NY Trade. I'm from New York. My first time here, it's very refreshing. Thank you. True that I haven't seen anyone trade live deal with the trolls when you take the L and still show up tomorrow, take the W with no feelings. Haha. Thanks. Though, like, if you take a couple L's in a row, 2 days in a row, or even 3 days, maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember. I do remember, but it just matters how you deal with it after. That's the most important thing. Like, in trade, like, it is a lot, yeah, on live streaming, but even general trading, I figured, like, live streaming is gonna expose my weaknesses even more, and that's gonna be good for me. So I always look at it in a positive light, and it's true. I literally, you guys, before I made YouTube, I literally, like, thought about it for like 4 months before I made my YouTube, because I knew what it entailed, and I like primed my mind for it. Yeah, so E is a lot stronger. It's almost near this 9 o'clock high. NQ is not. Well, let's see if NQ like maybe starts to displace above the weekly open. But anyway, as I was saying, like, you're gonna take hundreds of losses, if not like thousands, during your trading career. So get used to like practicing taking losses with grace. you know? Take it in stride, etc. So I was bullish, but couldn't really find. I didn't really like this entry just on the 5 at 9:30. I felt like it was quite risky, and a large stop here. Perhaps I could put the stop here. I don't know. That would still be like a. How much of a stop? Also, I was looking at NQ mostly, not ES, because I was thinking NQ played catch up to Monday. Yeah, 15 points on ES is a huge stop. My typical stops on ES would be like 5 points. So for NFP, you can anticipate like double the stop loss, but still that's more than double. It's like triple. Like for NQ, I was prepared to have 40-point stop loss. I mean, there still might be like a captain backtest model. Did we have a huge day yesterday? Yeah, right? It was like a large bar on the Thursday. Past few weeks have been pretty similar in that regard. Right? Thursday, Friday up. Thursday, Friday up. Thursday, Friday up. Although Friday didn't end. Friday was more that day like a TJF setup. Let's see NQ. Thursday, Friday up. Huge bars. Thursday, Friday. Friday continuation. Friday, this one was not. Right, so we're back above the weekly open now for NQ, and it's about thinking about. I think the candle in the weekly will likely. Oh shoot! Oh what? Okay, yeah, likely look similar to the ES weekly right now on NQ. The weekly is still a small body. Back above the weekly open now. Market structure shift back above. I think this will run up towards buy side here. I'm grimacing because there's not really a great setup. You know, I'm kind of just like, there's a small fair value gap here. It's so small. It's not in a discount of this leg. Sure, you have this here. So anyway, I'll just tape read it because it's NFP. Just tape this, read this for now. See if it's going to be like a fast move up here now. So I'd rather just wait for something on the 5-minute today. That's why I'm not doing that. And look at the 5-minute. There's a displacement here. We'll have to see how this 5-minute ends, and if that's going to create some sort of FEG. FEG. Someone says macros. It's macro time. 9:50. Yeah, that is true. You see it's small body candles here. I'm thinking this is accumulating in here, and now large bodies up. 1, 2, 3. Someone said this week gave me gray hair. Okay, let's see if this is gonna start distributing. You write 950 here. We're above the weekly open. Market structure shift back above the weekly open with a fair value gap. Should start expanding towards buy side now. 3,200 people. Give the stream a like button. Let's see if NQ starts distributing up to the upside. We just did the shift. 47. This. Where's 1010? Here. I'm not in it because I just don't see a way to frame my risk correctly where it's worth it for me on an NFP day. Maybe after 10, there will be something better. I need to think about this for a moment also. We barely spent any time below the 930 open, so it is possible that we're going to have a trend day today again. Right? Especially ES. The people that keep saying SMT, ES took the high, like, yeah. But it's been doing that, right? There's also SMT at the low. And DXY is going lower, right? I'll keep watching. This is basically how this week has been going, just like slow grind up. Needs 3 more ticks to hit that buy side. It is quite odd here, these small candles and wicks. There we are, buy side hit by 9:55. So 9:50 to 10:10 macro, hit it. Okay. Someone said, but Michael Scott voice, no please, God, I'm short. Oh no, well, everybody that kept saying the SMT's at the highs, like, that just got invalidated. A macro happens from the 50th minute of the hour to the 10th minute of the next hour, where we expect the distribution to occur. No, I don't know Patrick from PB Trading. I don't know him. I know of him. Hey, yeah, someone said that SMT going to be erased very soon, yeah. The projection, someone's asking. You can do standard deviations. This is the failure swing. Freaking 1 minute for the failure swing. Probably this. Okay, pretty. I liked using the weekly open there. Honestly, that was a pretty good. When you see like a market structure shift back above a level, that's pretty good. It's tough to figure out the projections. I mean, we could have a trend. I think we're going to have a trend day. Maybe we can get to 18.5, honestly, today. I think that was like a projection from like FOMC. That's a pretty round number. 18.5. Stretch. I'll figure out the entry based on backtest retracements on the 5. Jeez. Many, actually, I don't think this is going to go that far. Many short positions have been accumulated. Take a look at 1826. Honestly, that comment makes me more bullish. Many short positions have been accumulated, and they're going to get blown out of the water today. I'll figure out. I'll just wait for on the 5 retracement. Let me see if any other standard deviations project out to this. Okay, 1481. 41, probably a good one. Got plenty of time. Yeah, so I'm waiting for retracement on the 5. And then another, we'll do the captain backtest entry type of thing. Or maybe an ICT entry on the 1, depending. Check out last Friday as an example. Everybody with their TGIF, please go study TGIF again, please. Stop it with your TGIF. What is TGIF? Is if every day goes up, bro. We just took buys and we closed above it on the hourly. We just broke the 4-hour range to the upside as well. I think this will remain intact. We barely spent any time below 9:30. Thursday, up candle, Friday, continuation, DXY is going lower. Those are all my reasons for thesis long, and that is my plan. And that's that. SMT here, etc. Now there's a possibility I don't get an entry. Then I'll just say whatever. It couldn't just be straight up green candles. I think I've seen that the other day, right? What was I trying to do? I should like minimize the chat now that I'm looking at the I'm gonna minimize the chat while I'm trying to figure out my trading because I'm getting distracted. Okay. But if you ask questions and later my editor will take screenshots and I'll get to them later. Okay. Where's this one go? Meh. Meh. No. This is what I was looking at. I think it was FOMC. I think we had FOMC minutes. It was FOMC. The way I'm like trying to think right now. What day was that? I'm trying to look at first standard projection of that. But of course, first thing is the entry. So I'm gonna make sure I have an alert here for when I want like a retracement, so at the minimum it needs to retrace here. Okay, etc. But I mean, I'm not going to argue with anyone. Again, people fade me, so, and they win sometimes, they lose sometimes, but it's all about how you manage your risk. We could both win and make money if we manage risk correctly. Okay, FOMC minutes was the 21st, but I'm thinking about the one at the beginning of the month. Okay. Yeah. Did we hit that yet? No. Yeah, so it hit 2.5, right? Oh, it did. Way more than that. Where are we now? Here. Okay. It's weird that, like, I feel like I already hit 181 as one. Where's the FOMC before that? Beginning of February. January 31st. Okay. What's this one? This was the intermediate term low. Manipulation filled this imbalance. I don't like that so much. I'll make sure to look at the 1 hour there. I remember that day. See if any of these line up. I think 500 is a fine target to go for. We're already 80 points away from that, though. What was the one I just marked out? This one. Fortunately, none of these like converge that much. If you're long, you know, hopefully I've helped you hold for longer. We did say that SMT at the top doesn't matter so much. F1C. What's like 0.45 though? Lost it. 700. Meh. Not gonna do that one. So looks like that was the entry here. Good to tape read it. Slow grind to buy side liquidity. Closed above. More power to it. Definitely is going to. Looks like a trend day all day today again. I'm not saying the words definitely. I'm just saying it's what it looks like. Spent very little time below the 9:30 open. Broke above the 4-hour range, broke above buy side, closing above buy side. This is something Larry Williams said. I have a good clip. I don't know if they're going to be able to hear it. Let me know if you hear this, okay?
Day traders have it all wrong. Day traders have it all wrong. They see the market run up, they sell it. It comes down, they buy it. It runs up, they sell it. It comes down, they buy it. It runs up, they sell it. And then, whoa, prices take off and they sell and they lose money all the way up, not realizing the only way you make money in the market is to catch a trend. It doesn't matter if you're a day trader or a long-term trader. Trend is the basis of all profits. You need a trend. Now, we also know this, if you study your charts, you'll see that all large range days, or almost all of them, close at their high or close at the low. So the most successful day trading strategy is to hold to the close. Don't try to dance in and out, because when you have a loss, you're going to have a big loss. Try to catch a trend move, hold to the close, and you're going to make a lot more money.
I'm sorry for hitting the mic at the end. But yeah. I'm not shorting Friday, NFP Friday. The false move was lower. The manipulation move was lower. Retrace made an intermediate term low here, now breaking above. Good luck if you're shorting today. It's not going to be me. At the very least, I do not find a long entry. And at the very least, the worst case scenarios, I will lose out on my long and it'll be fine. Like, I'll be like, yo, it's okay. Anyway. $15-minute candle closed above the buy side quite strongly. If we're having like a trend day, like if we have a strong trend day, you can basically treat every 15-minute candle like a AMD. Someone said DXY ranging makes you very nervous. Oh well. And then don't trade today. It is it's crossing up back above that gap. That's funny that I just got the alert. Kind of a headache, not gonna lie. Is this the start of the next 15-minute candle? No, but look at that close. Oh. That's decent. I like this, like, psych level. Okay, in case anybody comes into the stream now, it's like, what is she doing? Well, she thinks she's gonna go to 18.5. It's the 10:15 mental game reminder. In case anybody is tilted. Don't be tilted. Don't be feeling FOMO, overconfidence, underconfidence, fear. Not don't be, like, you can't control it, but my point is, like, be aware. Maybe do some actions to help yourself if you are. I can't help myself. I'm patient. Might not come back here because this is that level, but I'll continue monitoring the 5 to see if any retracement occurs. But, you know, you guys can keep the rest in peace to the bears. Okay. Hey, Tanya. Oh, thanks, Pineweb. We follow you for winning trades, then giveaways, yeah. Oh. PB Bill, we're happy you made the choice to go live. Appreciate it. Ranset. Trading with Tanya gives me a clear mind, best mental trader. Aw.
15 to make 62, 17. Okay. Like, and if you end up not, you miss the longs or whatever, doesn't matter. You're watching price, you're understanding how NFP tends to happen. First move's the false move, then you look for a shift, but you have to know the draw and liquidity. You gotta know the draw and liquidity. Okay, let's see if this 5-minute traces somewhere. It doesn't have to be all the way down here, as long as it takes out some 5-minute low. Be nice. Would be. Likely retracing. $15-minute. See ES here. ES was the stronger one, actually. I'll end up monitoring ES as well. Would be nice for ES to retrace here. The 5-minute fair value gap that broke the high. This is a 15 one that broke the high and it did that. So that might be just enough for that. Continue monitoring it. Also, what standard projections for ES?
I am going to be taking the backtest model. But for that, gotta wait. Gotta wait for a 5-minute close above previous candle. Okay. Just gotta wait. Preparing myself though. Okay, I gotta think one moment. There's no more time for thinking. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, that's gonna be a nice close there. Rest in peace to everybody shorting that. Treating every 15-minute candle like its own type of thing. And now people are gonna be like, SMT, 1 minute. That's still not my entry though. Okay, that's my entry. Good luck, Tanya. Yep. That is Tanya buying the top, but that is not an ICT model. To be clear, it's called Captain Backtest model for trend day. And if she gets stopped out, that's okay with her. Because she's going for a large, how would you say? Large, payout. Large move. Okay, so what's this high? 34.75. Yep, simply gonna put the stop there. Risking 30 to make 70. What is this again? Okay. Can't help myself. Yeah, I'm totally okay with that. If it stops me out, then, you know, there's other imbalances, but this is on the premise that it took out previous 5-minute low, closed above this, and went up here, and that's the Captain backtest model. And I'm risking about 600 to make like 1200. In fact, might be even people getting induced here. I'm gonna make sure this is correct though. If I get stopped, then that's okay. I'll continue to watch for longs. Okay. And now people are gonna say, Tanya got stopped at the top. Yeah, I did. But like I said, that's the plan. That was the plan for Captain Backtest. It didn't work out. So the game was gonna keep running. Now I'll continue watching these retracements. If I got stopped there and that was the low, that would be so funny. Just don't chase. Again, don't take the hand off the mouse and make sure you don't enter right away again. I'm still watching. I think today is a uptrend day. So now I'll just look more for like an ICT type of entry. Maybe that was the low. Maybe, but yeah, with NFP gotta have wider stops. I just have one account still in, but with that low, but we'll see. Because I got a better entry on that account. Trying to figure this out real quick with Replicanto. Okay. $15-minute fair value gap. Let's see what ends up happening. That I'm totally okay with. Still thinking today is an uptrend day. Very painless. 3 minutes in that trade. Stopped out the other one too, by the way. Okay. Just make sure. And down 542 in that account. Okay, 15-minute fair value gap here. Let's watch ES again. I did do the smallest amount of that, but you can just wait for both, for down closed and taking out a low. I kind of just did taking out a low. Anyway, still watching. Let's see what ends up happening here. Don't really need to. It's very distracting for me to do that. Very painless. Okay, now that a 5-minute sippy is there, I'm gonna wait for like an inversion of it, if it becomes an inversion. Okay, buy side liquidity. Previous buy side. Weekly open is here. We're still above the weekly open. Decent. Let me watch now. It's 10:35, 38. The 5-minute open here. Why am I okay with that? Because I've backtested it a lot of times. And it's still worth it. I mean, if you look yesterday, my friend told me yesterday it worked out. I didn't actually get involved. He took it yesterday. Right here. Yeah, it's probably better when it fills an imbalance, though. So, continue watching. And if it goes back lower, then like I'll just be like, all right, then I was wrong with the trend day type of thing. But we're still above weekly open, and this I think is going to stay in. It's a Friday. I don't really see people doing the opposite. Okay, let's see. 1 minute. Nothing. So now I'm literally break even on the week. Yeah. In regards to stream performance. But we'll see what ends up happening here. It would be best if this does not turn into a 5-minute fair value gap. So we'll end up watching. If this ends up forming a 5-minute fair value gap, then I'll have to wait for that to get filled. But very painless. I think people like to say like, oh, you got stopped out like at the whatever. Where it gets stopped out is pretty much where the market structure shift happens. It's pretty painless, so. Midpoint of this. ES is holding above. So ES is almost back at its FEG that broke the high. Think about the hourly right now. What's the hourly candle look like? Interesting. So let's see if we come back above the hourly open, which we are right now. There's still 20 minutes left in this hourly candle. Let's see on the 5-minute here. There's no fair value gap being created. Well, for now, it might be a small one. See 3 more minutes left in this candle. Okay. Nice. Uptown girl. Still gonna wait. I'll wait for this 5-minute close. I'll look at the hourly as well. I do notice though when I do and it wicks it, it doesn't it does do that, so always up for refinement. See what happens. I keep saying we'll see what happens. Well, I want the next candle close above this. I want that and this to be inverted. There's not really a big SIBI here, so I think that this is the next intermediate term low for the day. If we have my confirmations. Oh yeah, let me fix Replicanto. That's what I get for rushing. Nothing yet. This is the hourly. Stick to my guns for now. ES is proven to be a little bit stronger again. But not yet. No close yet. Let's see this one. No. But that's the beginning of the 5-minute candle. Really, if we end up just taking out salsa, then whatever, I'll just end the stream because I thought more buy side. DXY is just consolidating. Oh well. Then I'll be happy to get stopped out very painlessly. The bears will have their 15 minutes of fame. Weekly open again. Holding above. I don't know. Like to see this 15-minute candle not close below this midpoint. So this hourly is not looking that good. It's 10:46. 15 minutes left in the hourly candle. Might be a doji. Or might be a down closed. ES holding up better. So I might even like end up going to ES. Oh, how did I have ES up this whole time? I want to see close above 5 minute. This is pretty decent. Only on ES though. Looks a lot better than NASDAQ. I'm pretty happy I have my stops in. Anyway, looking for a 5 minute close above previous 5 minute candle, essentially. This 15-minute candle is like doing okay for now. Yep. What is this now? Benjamin. Okay. Not really what I like to see. 10:49. 10 more minutes. This literally just like bleeds through. I'll just like literally done for the day. Continue watching this. Yes, way cleaner. I consolidate for a while. After 10:50. Don't really want that to do this. There's 10 minutes left in this candle. If the 15-minute candle is going to close well, like it shouldn't be hanging around here this long. So, I think use this not, we'll see. But it's not doing well. The fact that it opened and like already here in the first, minute. So yeah, I get stopped out at the structure shift, which is this. Some people might have taken a short here to here, but I don't really see it myself being bearish today. So that wouldn't be worth it either for me. I want it to close above this. If it does a market structure shift here, then I'll look for longs. It's 1050 right now. Okay. If it does a market structure shift and then closes above, then I'll try longs again. The ICT entryway. If and only if, right? 44. Yeah. Market structure shift above an inverse would be good. But if and only if. Not yet. Now this is the next 5-minute candle lower. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not yet. Okay, we'll see this. Nice. It's good. And we'll see if this 5-minute candle closes above. This one. Which it should. It looks like we're getting pretty good action here. Gotta see. From here. Okay, yeah, that's worth it for me. Let me see DXY. Yeah, it's going lower. OCO orders. I'm just going to go buy in the inversion here. It could come back here again, but it's worth the risk for me to try it here. I'm predicting how this 5-minute candle will close higher, essentially. So we had the shift. My God, shut up. This replicanto is annoying me. Okay, we're good now. Okay, we're all good now. Okay, cool. See this 5-minute candle close above this. Looks like it will. Yeah, I'm gonna stand by my targets. Likely hold this for a while, long day, long time. Okay. Going for like 120 points. Pretty nice close on the 15 here. Let's see it close higher than this. Like, this is good, but I want it even better close would be good. 20 seconds left. Oh, it's not confirming that close for the captain back test. So it can come back and retrace into this 1 minute again. If I get stopped out here, like, I'm calling it a day. And I'm just gonna be like, oh well. You know, making sure my stop is correct. Yeah, we're good. Where do we end? Meh. That's really not good, actually. What's a 15-minute look like? It's like decent. I would have liked it to close green. Let's see if this gets bought up in this 1 minute here. Otherwise, I'm done. Otherwise, your girl is done. And then, like, I'm killing the trend day idea. Alright, for now. I'm not really that optimistic because of the way that 5 minute closed, to be honest. That's not good. NFP things, bro. And she's out. Nope. She's out. No 3R for here. Negative 2R on the day. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can say is, thought it would be trendy, and it's not, so. So, yeah, that's it. No more trades for me. I knew NFP would be risky, took on the risk. Yeah. Tanya, you're taking straight L's on your stream. Yeah, I know. That was a clues 5-minute close. I said that was not looking good. Well, stop save lives, honestly. Because look what it did after. Went down like another, 30 points immediately. So, it's okay. Just don't stay wrong. Oh well, go for the 830 lows now, I guess. Back at the weekly open again. Yeah, there's no more trades for me. One thing I can do is be a little bit better on my entry. I'm definitely enter very quickly, so I can always do that better, and then have, how would you say, better stop, less risk. But in my eyes, it's like, oh, if it's going to be trending, then it's not going to stay there for long. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to make it up next week. There's not really much else for me to do. Just go with the L. Let's see that. Yes. Yeah, just failed. Let me see. What did the only stream. Yeah, take the loss. Yeah. No worries. That's the beauty of the market challenges, make us stronger. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to take the L. Negative 2R. Timothy Rogers, kudos for out on Front Street in my kit voice. Yeah, it is a lot riskier on NFP, and all-time highs are just really tough. That's all I can say. I thought we were gonna hit all-time highs continuation, kind of like last week. So where's this weekly candle gonna end? What do I know? But Tanya's ending the week down like $800 overall. But today I'm down like $1,200 in my funded futures accounts and like $570 in my Apex accounts that I just started today. Not the best start on those Apex accounts, but whatever. That's all I can say. Yeah, DXY decides to just reverse again. Oh well. ES. Yeah, DXY right here. It's just not gonna, like, sometimes it's just not gonna work out. What was I thought that was the intermediate term low. Sure, I didn't like break it with a displacement, but there was one here, and I was like, okay, inverted this. Could be a slow grind up, kind of like this again. And yeah, that was my thesis. My stop was right here. That's what I love about my types of entries is are like, okay, sure. If I was a little bit more patient, I would have just entered here. If you get stopped down in 2 minutes, it's pretty painless, you know? And you know you're wrong right away. Meanwhile, if I'm like up in my position right away and like in the first 10 minutes already in profit, then I know, okay, this is likely going to hit my target. So I have more confidence to hold. So that's the best way I manage my trades personally. Now, I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm just going to end the stream here. And everyone have a great weekend. It's a dub. Bye-bye. Welcome, Christopher to the channel.